Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Words with Pooday and
Plaga.
sometimes you
And you.
and you.
And you.
What's goody, my guy?
You already know.
What's going on
boy.
tonight? What's going on tonight, man?
We got a real interesting episode tonight. We've been building up for this episode for quite some time. And I was looking forward to it, speaking with the sisters about the subject because it's been a real hot topic on the internet. There's a lot of controversy around it. So, tonight we're going to get into that topic. Why do black women feel unprotected? Or do black women feel unprotected?
I mean, it was said, so I guess some actually do feel like that, but we're going to actually ask the panel, and y'all can introduce yourselves one by one.
Ladies.
Start over. Start over. They didn't hear you. The people didn't hear you. The people.
Now?
Yeah, go ahead. You good.
Clear.
Blessed night, everyone. It's your girl, Dangerella. What up?
Yanni. And this is Becky.
That's what's up.
Hey.
Yo, Facebook, what's up, y'all? I can't hear the people that we got. We got them on Zoom right now, so you got to go tune into the episode and click the link tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Or go to S.STREET Media.
Go to S.STREET Media right now if you want to hear the women that we have tuned in with us.
Yeah. So how y'all feeling first and foremost?
Give thanks.
Feeling blessed. I'm feeling blessed.
That's what's up. So
Latifah, how you feeling?
Giving thanks. Definitely giving thanks.
Okay.
Definitely my name is Latifah. Friends and family call me Becky for the people that's out there, and big everybody up on the panel today, my sisters.
Thank you.
And why can't see Plaga? Where the hell where Plaga at?
Okay.
I'm in the building. I'm on here.
How you feel, Yanni?
Feel good. Missing you guys in New York. I'm far away.
Far away? Far away?
Yes, I'm in the South.
Okay. That's what's up.
Well, thank y'all for taking your time out to tap in with us tonight. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate y'all as well.
Yeah, they just gave us. They just sent me, just in case. I'm letting y'all know. They just sent me something on the Zoom like 40 minutes. So I know it's gonna end because the show is longer than 40 minutes. So when it cuts off, I'm just gonna resend y'all another invite.
So on that note, we're just gonna get into this topic, and once I pose the question once again, each of you ladies, you can speak. Give your answer, your reply. And I want to know, as black women in society right now, do you feel like you're unprotected as a black woman in society right now, or does that mean anything to you when women are saying that we feel unprotected as black women?
Who you directing the question to? You can start off with one of them.
Everybody, but they can get the answers one by one. So I guess.
Go ahead, Yanni. You far away. Go ahead. You from the South. You start first.
Well, to answer your question, I do feel black women are very much unprotected. I do feel it's a double standard as to when it's a family member, as to being a stranger. I do feel, as a black woman, they feel that we come off so strong that we don't need protection. And the answer is no. I don't feel protected as a black woman.
Okay.
So that's your answer.
All right. Latifah, how you feel about that?
You see me organizing myself. Because you know what? When I thought I wasn't going to be able to go live, I was like, yo, I'm about to answer this question. If we don't get through, I have answered this question and I'm going to get it off my chest, because I didn't realize that the whole non-protected thing was stemming from, you know, what you guys were talking about in the last show with Megan Thee Stallion, and you know, the whole shoot 'em up, bang bang. The story wasn't accurate. It wasn't, you know, there was loopholes in the story that was told originally, which led to the whole we don't feel protected. But I didn't know that's really what it was. You know, I just was like, honestly, it's fucked up to say, but for the nigga who you fucking, you don't feel protected. But the nigga who you not fucking got your fucking back all day, every day. And for me, I'm just trying to figure out, why is it like that? Like, why do I feel protected from somebody I'm not intimate with than the person I'm intimate with? I feel like it's sometimey, you know? So.
Okay, I like that perspective. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, Dangerella, what y'all say?
Dangerella.
What up?
Y'all feel, you feel protected or what?
I mean, it's up and down with me. So when you say feel protected, right? Because now I'm hearing Becky just kind of put me on to where this stemmed from.
Mm-hmm.
So the question actually arose from the Megan Stallion and the guy who shot a story. That's where this came
Tory
from.
Lanez. They're one of the, she's one of the people pushing
Allegedly.
Okay. So when you say don't feel protected by whom? Our brothers?
Our black, yes.
Yeah, you're a black man. Do you feel protected?
And just like Becky just said, your spouse. It got to be most likely the household. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, to answer that question, I do feel protected sometimes, and then sometimes I don't feel protected. So it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. And as an individual, you could only speak because of experience or because of someone you know, story. You know, you can't really, it's a balance. It's a balance when it comes to that. You can't say yes fully and you can't say no fully, because it goes both ways. I do feel protected sometimes, and then sometimes I don't. So
basically, you don't always feel protected, but sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Yeah,
and that's basically.
I think all
meaning
three of them
our black brothers, y'all could do better. Y'all could do better.
Yeah, we probably need.
And all right, so hold on. Y'all saying we could do better, but we could do better in what? You have to give me a situation.
You got to be specific.
Okay,
you got to.
I'll give you a situation, just like how I was saying is double standard. Now,
okay.
Somebody slap your sister in the hood, a dude. You going out there. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's your sister. Somebody slap your aunt. Somebody slap your mom. Like, you're doing that.
Definitely.
As to you standing there and see a young black female get slapped, you pulling out your phone. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Now
that's the double standard.
Okay. Now,
on that note,
you want me to get him or you got it? You got it.
You want to take care of this one?
No, listen,
because I got an answer for that. The answer is, okay, I have to pick and choose when I make those type of moves, because I have to think about my family, because there are consequences to that. There could be a murder. I could get injured severely, or I could go to jail for defending that person.
So
either way you can, because the person who slapped your sister have the same energy. You understand what I'm saying? And no matter, you're protecting a black woman. You understand what I'm trying to say? Is you putting yourself in danger regardless how you say it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. But
no, go ahead. You saying it, is it worth it? Is it because it's my sister? Or is it not worth it because it's a stranger?
I'm saying, how many times could I do that? How many times?
Not even that. Hold on, let me answer that question.
My freedom or my well-being for a stranger?
No, let me not even. It's not even how many times. To answer your question, for a stranger, no, you have to be very reluctant. You know why you have to be very reluctant? Because of history of what we've seen. Now, say you're with. This doesn't pertain to anybody. Say you see someone outside, and we all seen someone outside, like might have got slapped by their significant other or a situation like that. You feel what I'm saying? And as a male, and you go and butt into that situation, I didn't see the woman and the male pop on the individual that got involved. You feel what I'm saying? Because the woman is like, mind your business too. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to our culture as black people, You can't hold on. You can't really be butting in to people's situation and affairs, because now, guess what? You're a stranger. I might see you get slapped by your significant other. I don't know who he is. I just see another black dude violating a sister, and I'm not with it. So now I put my whole freedom on the line. I got a whole wife, family, kids, everything at the crib. But I didn't like the action that I seen, so I took action myself. But after I take action, I go to jail, and you still end up being with your husband or your boyfriend.
How does that work?
You understand what I'm saying? So you can not feel safe, but once again, we cannot just jump out the window for every situation because
we have to pick and choose.
That's a big factor.
On those, what you said, not saying that what you said is incorrect. It's saying that we do have to initiate. You know, we have to stop it when we see it, but we can't do that every time. There's sometimes we got to be like, yeah, oh, this is too much, but we can't do that every time. So that's a lot of pressure to put on every black man to every time he sees something going on with a black woman, he intervenes with society, with the way society responds to us.
Not even society,
to me,
even with
guys.
Go ahead.
What I want to say is that the reason why we saying black is because black versus white. If a white guy see any white woman getting hurt, damaged, whatever in any way, he's most likely going to help.
Yeah, because his white counterpart don't have the same response. And if it's a black counterpart, he already know that he has the right of way. You understand what I'm saying? He already know. As a white man, he already feel that he has the right of way, that the law's going to be on his side. So if a black man is slapping the shit out of a white woman in the streets, he's going to intervene. Why? Because he know he got the law on his side. Off the rip. He's going to intervene. Now, a black person is not going to intervene with another black person. Why? Because the black brother going to be like, mind your business. And that black sister might be like, mind your business. And now you getting popped on from both. You understand what I'm saying? And that sister's still going to be with him. They're going to leave together. You understand what I'm saying? Now, a white dude and sees a white woman getting slapped by a white man, they're not going to have the same reaction as a black man going to have. They're not going to be like, I'm going to kill this white man right now for intervening. They're going to do some stupid shit. Right. They're going to slap box.
Well, you see now this conversation it is so deep because fear. I believe some of our brothers want to protect, but the fear of not only the brothers but the fear of Babylon, the system. They is the fear of the system, and it was also set up this way for brothers not to protect us. So it goes that deep. It's a balance. There's brothers that want to help, but not even trying to get in the hands of the authorities at all.
And one of the things you guys mentioned earlier was that sometimes the females, you know, maybe talking crazy, you know, and that.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean
and also on another note,
that doesn't mean we don't want to communicate. Just because we may not express ourselves like a white girl or like a Chinese girl or however, as
white girls yell, Chinese girls yell too.
But it's what I'm saying.
It's emotion, human emotion. It's
more, you know.
Yeah, but on another note, when do you pick and choose when you jeopardize your significant other or that black brother coming to your rescue? Because there's things you got to know about certain situations, like, oh, is this called for? Is it necessary for me to call my people into?
Yes.
Or should I? You know, because some people jump out the window for every little thing. Oh, it was a guy that was looking at me. Yo, I walked past. He said hello. You know, when do you pick and how do you distinguish that?
You gotta pick your battles. If you know your shorty's a hothead and when y'all go to 42nd Street, she always getting into something, then you know it's not that serious. But if you know she's minding her business and somebody really violating her, you gotta know who you with. You gotta know somebody's really violating your shorty, or she's just got her period and
you gotta know your significant other.
Truth.
But then again, no. You could know your significant other, but when a situation arises, you don't know what's gonna happen. Your significant other, now you don't know that part of your significant other because of this situation, because of what's going on. Anything could trigger another side
But
of you.
if what we're saying is, if it's triggered by somebody who's not normally triggered, then it's a problem. As to somebody who's always loud at the mouth and starting shit, she bring back news, and then you like, okay, you're the problem.
You're the problem.
You understand what I'm saying?
I believe, okay, so we kind of, when Plaga was asking the question, right? Where you say, okay, for example, say I get into something with somebody and I run and I go get my baby father because I know he gonna deal with the situation. I'm not gonna do that. That's picking your battle. I'm not gonna do that because my fear of him having to deal with the authorities. A black man today, a black man yesterday in this country to deal. I would try my best not to have my brother to deal with the authorities. So I know what comes with calling my baby father or calling my brother or calling my cousin to come handle a situation. So it's not even about feeling protected. Is now I'm protecting them. So
right. So do you?
Are we protecting our brothers? Are we protecting our brothers?
I mean, listen. In that sense, I would have to say that you are. So I want to get back into like if you going through something like how you said, and you don't want to call your baby father, or like how they were saying your cousin or whoever, because you know they pop off, right? But let me let you know something. You always protect it. And one thing about family, especially men in your family, if they are real men in your family, when you come calling them in a situation where you're getting abused or any type of situation, it's going down. And that's something that a man never minds doing a bid for his family.
Yeah.
Or over anything. Anything that a man is in jail for,
because they are different.
Anything that a male is in jail for right now doesn't top being in jail for your family. Going all out for your family. But it doesn't matter.
A random
you understand what I'm saying? Period.
Like Yana said earlier when she was saying about the random situation.
Yeah, but I didn't
because that's something that I was spoken to about with random situations as far as disrespect. Like a woman could be in a place where, like on a train, riding a train is crazy, and a person harassing a woman out of nowhere, and nobody will intervene. Men just will stand there, watch, like she said, pull out the camera, record. In a situation like that, you still have to pick and choose. But there's only a certain type of man that will even intervene in that situation.
I mean, it's just like, look, listen, she just gave you a good example of a sister being mindful of not calling her man for every little situation. But not all sisters are like that. And they put their man out there and expose their man out there. There's a lot of men out there doing bids over situations for a woman in a split second. And the woman is out here and they're not even with the woman anymore. You understand what I'm saying? There's more cases of men being locked up over relationships than women being locked up. There are cases where women are locked up over some shit for some men, but it's way more men locked up over a situation over a woman
some dumb shit
in a split second,
jumping out the window
in a split second. Oh, you took to my girl crazy. Oh, I got the ham. I'm going crazy because I'm showing out.
Yes.
Because I'm showing out. You feel me? So it takes a thoughtful woman to really think about that, to not put her man in those type of situations. She has to be aware. Some women are not aware that it could go left, any right, any way, but still knowing, like you said, that they will still protect you at any cost. You understand what I'm saying? So when we say protection, are we talking more about spouse than family? Because if things go down and you don't tell your family, then they can't really do anything about it. So are you talking more about your spouse? What you say? What you say, Bex? What you say, Becky?
It's both for me. It's both for me. It's family and it's spousal. You know, because for me, if I go out with my male cousin, and a man disrespect me, and I give my cousin the eye like, yo, This man had to get bust. Yeah. Not that it will go down like that, but like, yo, this nigga really try to play me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know one of my cousins, any of my cousins would be like, which man, where he
Of
is.
course.
Let me look at that man. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to get physical, but just to show sometimes that you have a presence with you, a male presence with you, does protect you. You know what I'm saying? And I've also been in places with my spouse where I feel like a guy is saying something or being weird, and my spouse is MIA. He there, but he not there, and I'm like, yo.
Like he on you with the protection. Right.
Sometimes you don't even have to use words. It's eye contact. You know what I'm saying? It's body language. You know what I'm saying? If I'm here and you all the way over there, like, how can you protect me? Whether you're family or a spouse, like, you gotta be
Present. Yanni, how you feel, Yanni?
Okay. You do have to pick and choose your battles. You understand me? You have to know your partner. You have to have reasoning with yourself first. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't put yourself in a situation and then when consequences come is regret. So I won't say some females don't do it. I just think they're not taught. They're not reasoning. Nobody's speaking to them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that I think I heard today. You see how I was listening to the radio station, and I don't know if I can mention his name, but Charlemagne said,
I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know, but I know.
Charlemagne said, let's stop trying to cancel our culture and counsel our culture. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Totally. I agree.
And this is not the first time he said it. He said it once before, and I'm just like, it's true. We quick to like cancel the black man, can't, like, but
Who, the woman? Did he say women was quick to cancel the black man, or what? What was the?
No, I'm saying that he's saying stop being so quick to cancel our culture as a whole.
Women or just individuals?
Our culture, us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Black people.
Another thing I want to say about black men, or our brothers. Remember growing up, especially the youths today, they're not looking to protect because they're going against each other.
I've seen so many videos online that are just
they're not, because they're not being taught either. And if you look at the generation from generation to generation, it gets worse to me. From generation to generation, it's like, and I had to apologize the other day because youths, when they on the train and I'm listening to conversations and they talking, I'm like, really? This is what they talking about, but I gotta catch myself. I have to catch myself and say, don't be so hard on them, because they're not being taught. They're being taught how to bust a gun. They're not being taught how to protect. They don't got no classes on, let's have a class on young men protecting young black women. They don't have that.
Even etiquette.
Or
etiquette.
If they do, they might have it, but they don't have enough of it.
Basic
they could have
etiquette.
more of that.
I think it's on both sides. Like, I think, overall, it's on both sides. Like, I don't think anybody really feels protected all the time. You know what I'm saying? And we should. We should. We should feel like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Right now,
We're gonna get back to it.
we definitely
We're definitely gonna get back to it.
have a lot of good responses in the show, and right now the women basically saying that they don't feel protected. So far, overall, they don't feel protected because they feel like black men might overlook certain things, like the disrespect from people in the streets and taking those things lightly, and they really feel like they need somebody to step up in all situations, even if it's a random situation, not your spouse. So, you know, at this time in life with all this shit going on in the world, I'm like, damn, that's a lot, you know, with the black man also being killed by the police rapidly, like how we are. So that's another, you know, edge on things. But I understand where these women are coming from because I get it. I have daughters. I have, you know, a lot of women in my family. You know, I understand. So I want them to get that same treatment in the streets. If I wasn't around and somebody saw somebody violating my daughter, I would want somebody to intervene. So I get it.
I mean, yeah, that's a super fact. I mean, in that instance, I get that part of it too. That's why I just want them to understand that. I feel that a lot of black men, like what was said, a lot of black men would like to intervene when they see things, but real rap. A lot of don't think that the black man don't have your back when they see another black man or any male, period, out there doing you wrong or
I mean, I've had my cases where I have intervened and shit.
But
being
overall,
honest.
I mean, listen, you have your cases.
Black, white, whatever.
Yeah, you have your,
like certain shit I saw in the streets. A woman, I'm like, yo, you wildin'.
Yeah, you have your cases. But anytime that you do that, you take a chance. So that's nothing that you would do. That's nothing that you would do repeatedly. That's nothing that you do that you say, yo, I did that yesterday. I'm doing that today.
That every day though.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's just be like that. It all depends on.
It's almost it's like picking your battles. So it's like when you see an opportunity where you may be able to intervene. You understand what I'm saying? Because especially if, say for instance, it's a different race, you 90% of the 60% of the time you might be like, 70% of the time you might be like, you know what, they're not together. He's just violating. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. With our culture, with us, that's why we don't intervene. I can intervene with you and your wife, and I don't know that's your wife. If that's your wife, that means y'all going back home tonight. So what I'm doing means absolutely nothing. It's wicked and all of that, but it's absolutely nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So once you playing Russian roulette with your life as a black man, when you already playing Russian roulette, when you leave your house, you're not with it. Why would you put yourself in another Russian roulette game when you already in one when you leave your house?
Just in a random situation.
That's Russian roulette. You can the cops can either turn on you, the individuals could either turn on you. You feel what I'm saying? This dude can have a gun on him. He want to show off for his wife. He's already going at his wife. He already got that. I mean, his testosterone is at a high maximum level. Because we all been there when you already at that level. If you at a level where you're screaming at your wife outside, that means that you're absolutely heated and your testosterone level is super high. So is that you at the peak. So if you have a stranger coming to you talking bullshit, it's not going down.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's just not happening. And
it's not happening.
I understand that perspective. So I just want to say this is, you know, the people, when y'all go back and check, you know, those that's on Facebook watching live, when y'all go back and check the show and you hear what the women were saying, you're going to say, you know, I agree, because I agree what they were saying. I don't disagree, but I agree to an extent, because we do want to provide 100% protection at all times, especially in my household. I mean, I can't speak for nobody but myself when I say that, but if your spouse or significant other or your family's never there for you when situations pop off, you know, I understand why you wouldn't feel that way.
If you're a man and you're in a household with individuals, males or females, meaning young ones, you have to be to protect that at all costs.
Of all costs.
That's why I said at the end of the day, when it comes, what people always say, I'm going all out for mines.
That's a fact.
I'm going what? Who did what? What? When? Who? What? How? What? What you talking? I'm going all out for mines. So that's what I'm saying. It don't matter what you in jail for. It doesn't trump being in jail over your family. It don't. Nothing trumps that. A black male doesn't hesitate to go to jail for his family if he feel that his family was violated. Period.
Yeah.
Everything is thrown away. It's not even no second guessing if he's a real guy. If he's on that type of time. And I feel that even squares that's not on that day-to-day type of time be on that type of time when it comes to violations to their family. You understand what I'm saying? It's something that's just inside you that goes off if you feel that your family member got violated. Your favorite cousin, your favorite aunt, your uncle, your sister, your brother. You're like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So it's crazy though, man. Definitely shout out to the three. We had Dangerella, Becky, and Nani up here through the Zoom. Shout out to them. Right now it's a little overheating, but you know, it is what it is. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy because there's a lot of different situations that determine what guys is gonna do. Black males. You understand what I'm saying? Now, she made a point. She said something, but we didn't get to touch on it because obviously we're not connected anymore. And I wanted to touch on it with them. Was with she was like, when a strong woman still needs protection, right? Mm-hmm. Like, because she said that when a strong women, men feel sometimes that they don't need protection, right? So why do you think that is? Because of the attitude that if you feel that you over aggressive with your man is not good.
Yeah, I think that there's a certain narrative that was put out there a while from back, before our time, and it developed into the independent woman, which led into that attitude where, a lot of these successful black women are like, I'm single, I don't need a man, I don't need no one. So what could a man possibly do for you when you say you don't need a man, you don't mind being single, and you don't actually need anyone but yourself? What kind of protection would come with that? I mean, that's your attitude. That's your, it transfers into your day-to-day lifestyle, the way you greet your man, the way, and that boils down to, and I wish we could have hit them with this because I really want to get into it. Why don't black women feel like they want to submit to black men? And when I say submit, I don't mean hang on every word or jump. When I say, yo, jump in his house.
Jump on 1 foot.
Jump on 1 foot.
Coming to America.
Like coming to America.
Bark like a dog.
Like bark like a dog. Yeah, like shorty. No.
That aspect.
Not in that aspect.
At all.
But submit meaning let the man lead in certain aspects and you be his equal. And that plays a lot of part in a man feeling like who he's going to protect, because a man is going to protect something that he feels, weaker than, not weak in a sense where you mentally, but physically. Because the truth is, men are naturally stronger than women. So in a sense, the protection you're looking for us is to hold you down in that aspect. Anything that you can't handle physically, for the most part, because this is what we're talking about right now in these times where black women are getting killed, like Breonna Taylor, situations like that, where her boyfriend put her in that situation. It's a lot of things, they're getting put in positions by the person that they choose, though. So I feel like that's what the protection really boils down to: who you choose to keep around you.
Yeah, I mean, listen. When it comes to protection is personalized.
It's personalized.
I mean, it's just like relationships.
With the domestic violence situation, like they were saying, like the woman was saying, like you said. A guy's beating on this woman,
Hold on. Let me give you the example that I gave you before when we was talking on the phone. Let me give it to you on the air. I was like, yo, ma'am, how about this? Check this out. Yo, I live on the 5th floor. I got about like 5 neighbors on the 5th floor. Right? Okay. Boom.
Yeah.
I see my neighbors every day. for like 2 years, 3 years straight. They don't say anything. No hi, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? For like 2-3 years straight, nothing. Right? Now,
Real shit.
now I'm outside and I see one of my neighbors happens to be a female on the floor getting violated. Right? What's supposed to be my disposition? Am I supposed to jump out the window? Because I'm like, yo, damn, that's my neighbor. Yo, that's a female. Yo, that shit is fucked up. Or should I just continue to mind my business like the last 2-3 years I've been doing?
Yeah, and
What would you do in that situation?
I honestly,
And that's just a hypothetical because
That's
we
hypothetical, sir.
because we were just talking about like different scenarios where a woman could claim that she
feel
feels unprotected.
Yeah, that's what that's about.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
he's on my floor. He see me. He ain't do shit.
Honestly,
But you see me for the last 3 years,
and then
and you never said, "How you
honestly,
doing?"
I'm
Good
not
morning,
gonna-
good night,
I'm not
good
gonna
afternoon.
Do anything. Me personally, because who I am, I'm not doing anything. Because seeing me for 3 years and knowing that exactly who I am, to say that, you could have said hello in those 3 years. So I'm gonna mind my business just like you minded yours for those 3 years or 2 years, whatever. And it shouldn't be nothing personal. Your spouse or your family that you was rocking with should be the ones that take care of that. I'm not jumping out the window. No, I'm gonna just, hey, that's fucked up. Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna make that decision
Now-
for my family that day. Like, nah, I'm not jumping.
But you know
out
what's
the
so
window for this
crazy?
person.
Now, look
And I wouldn't care
how
how a person felt about me if they felt some way. I'd be like,
now,
so
right?
what?
And I'm happy you said
I'm
that.
keeping it real. I'd be
Now,
like, so what?
social
Shit,
media
that person never
is so
spoke to
wicked,
me ever.
right? Social media is so wicked that they have him recorded being there and not doing anything. See how the narrative is created?
Yeah.
See how the narrative is easily created without knowing the background of the situation? You understand what I'm saying? That's why I feel like, that's why I said to them, are you talking about your spouse or your family? Because 90% of the time, family is going to go all out with family, for family, anytime, any call, any weather, you know what I'm saying? They popping out. What's up? I'm going to jail tonight. Oh, what? Niggas did what? Who, what, when? I'm going to jail. You already saying it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
As a real nigga, you like, yo, shit, I'm going to jail. Yo, make sure my shit right. Make sure y'all niggas hold me down. I'm about to go sit up because I'm going to jail. Shit. Fuck niggas is talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I was saying. If you're a woman that's in a situation and you're getting abused or you're getting mistreated by a significant other, a boyfriend, a husband, or whatever the case may be, and you're not letting your family members know, because like she said, oh, I'm not letting them know because I'm protecting them. But at the same time, you're hurting yourself.
You're hurting yourself.
Because in the back of your mind, you have to always know that your family is ready to ride and do what they have to do for your protection. As long as you ain't pulling no goofy mode.
Mm-hmm.
No goofy situation where you're going back to the individual. You understand what I'm saying?
And a lot of times that's the case.
And that
A lot of
happens
times that's the case.
That happens to family members too. And that's why sometimes family members just mind their business also.
Yeah, happens a lot of times, and people get this misconstrued because it was really stirred up. It was a lot of people saying that. I heard women say it before, but since the Meg Thee Stallion shit happened, this narrative was like pushed, and the internet will push a lot of false narratives. So I want to say that's a false narrative. That's what I wanted to say overall with this whole thing. The black women feeling unprotected, that really boils down to who you have around you,
individually,
your people,
You know what I'm
your
saying?
spouse, or whoever. Because at the end of the day, do you really want your husband or spouse jumping out the window for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, risking his life out there saving everybody? No. The reality of that is you don't want that. We're not saying that certain situations don't require that energy, because some do. There are a lot of fuck boys out there doing a lot of fuck shit. So you have to distinguish the two. They're different type of men. They're two different type of men. There are men that do fit that category that don't. You know, they let the fuck shit go on. They let their homeboy constantly be disrespectful to women, talk down on women all the time. And
I mean, a perfect example is in Harlem, when in the summertime. Remember when son hit Shorty? They was arguing. And he was like, "Yo, you don't know who I am," and hit her over the head with the skateboard or whatever the case may be.
Skateboard,
right?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Now,
shit like that. Now,
imagine how her family members felt. You think she's not protected?
Yeah.
You think that her family members wasn't on the hunt?
Yeah, that's
off the rip, because if that was my sister,
that was
niece,
crazy. I'm
cousin,
trying to kill that person.
auntie, or whatever is going down.
So my family, as a person that
I felt that.
Yeah, like I'm like
I felt that, and I don't even know her.
If I would have saw that, like, see certain things that you see,
You feel me?
you're gonna react.
But his boys was in the background.
Wow. Yeah, see the boys.
And we didn't see it. And that goes back to that.
That type of person and those people that condone that type of fuckery. See, there are people that fit that category. That do. There are men that do fit that category, the cowardly type, that like that. They get kick out of shit like that. So they are the men that these women are speaking of. But the real black man does not go for that type of shit. So that's not something that's for overall right now. We understand that the black woman is on the front line for the black man. The black women,
some of them. Because you have to be conscious of what's going on and the reality. And that goes back to what you were saying. You like what you said to me earlier. You was like, yo, look, when we go outside already, we already have enough stress, Dread, right? I said, yeah, we do. We already got to worry about
facts.
But about just as a black man, ops goes a long way. It doesn't just mean like, oh, my black brother that I see, because I don't consider all my black brothers that I see as ops. That's white people. That's motherfucking cops. You understand what I'm saying? Anyone that's not letting me that's trying to do me harm, and that's stopping me from doing my day-to-day activities of life when I'm not harming anyone because I'm black. That's a problem. That's ops to me. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Anyone who's stopping me from doing what I do because I'm black, you're automatically an op to me.
It's automatic.
You feel me? That's my op.
But yeah, you were saying about the going outside and feeling that pressure.
Going outside feeling that pressure, that your spouse, your significant other should understand that and know that, and shouldn't want to add to that while you out there, because you're out there. So if you're out there, that means that you have to be aware, and your spouse should know that you're aware of what's going on if you're out there. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you was getting to. And I was like, yeah, you totally right. You understand what I'm saying? Because either you out there being a donkey or you out there and you moving right.
Facts. And that's what I was saying. I was saying where as the black man acknowledges the fact that the black woman is on the front line for us in that sense. Your lady, your wife, your significant other is ready to go all out for you. But we still have to deal with the fact that the black man is the most endangered species, right? There are more black women than black men. That's a fact. And statistics, but that's to say that we need the protection from our black women, and they need the protection from us. So it's vice versa. But there's a respect level, and there's a certain caliber of woman that need protection.
Let me ask you something. Do you feel that black women attitude stops protection?
That's what I'm getting to, because there's a certain caliber of women that need the protection, and there's a certain caliber of women that project the image that they don't need it. And that's the woman that's complaining right now. The ones most likely that project the image of, yo, I don't need nothing from a dude. I don't need nothing from a black man, because black men ain't shit. Black men cheat. They do X, Y, and Z. This, it has nothing to do with the overall protection of them.
Right.
So
it's going over.
It's going
the
into
emotion.
Emotion shit that is totally different from what they're asking for in requirements. Now, with the whole black women making more money in the job field, in the work field,
Then their
spouse,
other?
then their
Well, when we spoke about that, I already told you. I was like, yo, a weak man will feel threatened by a woman that they're with that's making more than them. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Especially a woman that they with together and living together, or your wife, or whatever the case may be. You will feel like if you feel threatened, then you're a weak man. You understand what I'm saying?
Now,
because
traditionally,
I feel that it's supposed to, because we're not everything traditionally. We traditionally been done a good 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Tradition is gone.
Facts.
There's no tradition.
Now, what I was going to say on that, what I was saying traditionally in reference to what you're saying, is that on that note, with the women saying that's a part of the money, it's a division. It causes division. So in that sense, where
it causes
traditionally overall,
overall,
elders' days,
the man is
the man was the breadwinner,
right?
And the wife stayed at home and took care of everything else in the household, the kids, the household, right? But economically, the statistics show that doesn't work to survive in America.
I mean,
in a black household.
Listen, it doesn't. Listen,
economically, so that developed into the separation because it was already separated from the welfare.
That's what I was about to tell you.
From back in the days with the welfare,
systematic.
With the home, you had to have no man in the house if you wanted welfare to get assistance from the government to survive in America. Now,
they made it that way.
The average black couple in America is like 40,000.
Listen, they made it
in a household.
Listen,
that's not a lot of money.
Listen,
that's the average.
They made it that way overall. You feel what I'm saying? So we're on a comeback. You have to understand, when you're starting in the negative, when you start in the negative, you have to at least get to zero. And zero is not even. You understand what I'm saying? When you look at a number chart, you got zero in the middle. And then you have negative. You go negative 10, negative 100, you in the hole. Minus. So if we minus 400 plus years, you understand what I'm saying? Uh-huh. We got to do work for 400 plus years just to get to zero.
Just to get to zero.
To get out the hole.
Get out the hole.
You understand what I'm saying? Just to get to zero.
So don't you think that plays a part in the separation? That's what I'm asking, because that's what I felt like. I feel like that part right there, that divide came from a long way, and it spread to our generation, because it's like we was taught that, okay, that was what it was, and that's what women want as a requirement, basically. A man that could provide everything, right?
I mean, listen, man. Look. When it comes to men, listen. I feel as a man,
pay all the bills.
Listen, hold on.
Pay all the bills.
First of all,
make
listen.
Sure everything is good.
First and foremost, as a male, there's certain things that you should want to do. Definitely. You feel me? So as a male, there's things that you should want to do. You should want to make sure that shit is good. You should want to make sure Definitely. That shit is on top of what it needs to be on top of as a man. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not always like that in situations. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, to go back to what you were saying originally about the spouse making more, if y'all a team, it should never matter.
Exactly.
It should never matter.
Because that's all going to the same pot.
Only
as
a
long
weaker
as he's
man.
making, not saying that you should deal with someone that's not doing anything, contributing in that situation. Where if you're making, if the woman's making more and the man has nothing, no, I understand the confusion there.
Yeah, but listen, we had this conversation too, and I told you, I said, yo, look, there are a lot of men that'll take a woman that is not equal value or doing what they're doing and say, you know what, I'm gonna mess with her. You know what, I'm gonna mess with her. I'm gonna take her under the wing. I'm gonna do what I do. You feel me? There are a lot of women that look at men for face value of what they got, and what they could do off the rip. You feel what I'm saying? Only them low niggas be looking at females of what they could do. Like them niggas that leech off of females of what they could do. Like, oh, she got a crib. I'm a try to get with her because she got a crib. I need a place to live. You feel what I'm saying? And you can't get a crib yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So you willing to shack up with any type of individual, any woman that's really gonna give you the time of day, so you can have a place to live. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So the shit be wicked out here. The shit be wicked out here. But we was talking about attitude and how that goes a long way in a relationship.
As far as the black woman being submissive, what I was saying.
Right.
It's being submissive, meaning just, not bowing down, but even just being, like, okay, the man makes a decision and it flies. Or a man says something and it's okay. Not that, oh, we're going to dispute this in public, or no, I don't agree, so, I'm going to have an attitude and I'm going to act out and lash out. And then, a lot of situations where people that was good at one time separated, and it created that woman, that independent woman who screams that I'm single, I'm doing my thing, I don't need a man, I don't need no one. So when you come into a situation like that after, your trials and tribulations of life, because there are ups and downs in relationships where spouses disagree on things. Mm-hmm. But overall, if you have a spouse or significant other, family members, whoever, as a black woman, and you can't call on them when a situation arrives that you need someone to physically protect you, that's something that you have to, that's your own personal. You have to find those people. There's no way that you can expect that from every random black man. That's a lot of pressure to put on the black.
Yeah,
man.
we
don't say that it should be more respect in the streets because this generation is out of control. We're not saying that. We're just saying that overall you can't really. That's unrealistic expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's unrealistic to expect that from every black man that you see.
Listen, we already agreed on that already, because you cannot have expectations for every black man like how every black man can't have expectations for every black woman. Because as a black man, that black women are different. So we know this, but we got that. We got that because that's nipped in the bud.
Definitely going to continue this next week. We're going to get back into this. So anybody out there watching that want to participate in the Zoom, hit us up. We're going to do another Zoom next week. Get some more people up here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was real interesting, man. It was a good convo, man. Like I said, man, it overheated. Sorry for the technical difficulty,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once
We
again,
can
shout out
continue the
to
convo.
Nani,
Yeah.
Dangerella,
Thank y'all for
and
participating.
Bex. You already know Becky. You already know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all on the show tonight, man. That was awesome. That was real dope. Yeah, man. So
But the internet plays a big part in spreading these narratives.
yeah,
And that's the thing. And people get a lot of things confused, and they start saying things and they're just saying it. Everybody's running with it. So I just want to be clear. That's why we've been working on this show for so long, because we wanted to be clear that there are maybe some men that do fit that category, but we don't fit that category, definitely. So
yeah. You know what they say? If it don't apply,
let it fly. But
you
no,
know,
when
but
you try to apply
it
it
runs
to
shit.
all the black men, you put that pressure on us too, because now you're saying y'all too. You know, because that's what they're saying. It don't matter. Just like Yana said, it don't matter. I'm saying everybody, all y'all should be on some shit like that right now. So I get it, but there are consequences to things that happen when it comes down to being protective over our women. There are consequences. There are real consequences that happen.
And the situation has to be worth it.
Yeah.
That's why I said before, there's a lot of guys doing time.
A lot of guys lost their lives over situations
where
with women.
they was like, damn, if I could take that back, you know what?
I wouldn't have done it, or I would have thought about it. You know, so it boils down to, is it worth the situation or not? But you know, that depends on you, the person, the individual. You know, but we thank y'all for tuning in
to another episode of Words with Pooday and
Plaga.
Sometimes you
and you
and you
and you
and you.
hit us up.
S.STREET Media, over and out. You already know.